welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Cassie, also known as KnittaCass. This is my YouTube channel where I share about the projects that I'm working on, some knitting, once in a while some crochet, patterns I'm drooling over, a little bit about a small family farm in Vermont, some books that I'm reading, and a spice of mental health. So go ahead and grab your favorite beverage. I of course have my Pepsi, which I know is not good for me, but is my vice. So grab your favorite beverage, grab something you're working on, and let's chat for a bit. This one will probably be a bit of a quick episode. I've only got a small amount of time to squeeze things in, and I think I can make it a little less chatty. So, to start with, I do have two finished objects, which is pretty awesome for me. So the first finished object is a washcloth. I have not woven in the ends yet. Which one's the right side? This is the right side. So this is the key lime dishcloth. This is a pattern by Garlene from the Kitchen Sink Shop. I am part of her newsletter and I get a monthly pattern from her at the beginning of the month with a different theme, and each year has a theme for the whole year. And so this year I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know that one month we did Belgian waffles, and then the other month we did City of Lights, and this one is key lime. And I'm working with my friend Sarah to stay accountable so I can do 12 washcloths a year, and we are going to try to encourage each other to work on the kitchen sink dishcloths. And so this is March dishcloth. Is this the right side? No. Oh my goodness. This is the right side. That looks so much better. This is made out of just some basic dishy. I don't know the color of the green. I've had it for quite a while and it is kind of a lime green. It's looking a little more yellow on the screen here. Really easy pattern to follow, and I just really like how simple it was. It was just knits and purls and it gave this really great texture. My second finished object is a really exciting finished object. This is my Rhinebeck Doodle Cowl. So this is a pattern by Jamie of Pacific Knit Co. And she designs cowls, and they each have a theme, and in those themes she has different motifs you can use, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You choose what motifs you want to use in what order, and so even though you're using her pattern, you're still making a very unique project for you. This pattern and all her cowl patterns, you can do a traditional cowl this way, or you can do an infinity scarf where your motifs will be sideways, but it goes all the way around your neck. It gives you a chance to do some more of the motifs. So that is what I'm making. I'm making the infinity scarf. This is it in its entirety. So you start with a provisional cast on. I've got my apples down here. It's got some really nice pink sparkle yarn that I got from Fiber Stash Dye Works, a local Vermont dyer. Don't know the colorway. And then this blue is from Knit Picks and it's called Heather Blue. And then I've got the leaf motif. This gray is just some scrap yarn that I had in my stash. I have no idea dyer or colorway. And then this, it's supposed to be orange, but it looks a little more brown on color. In person, it's kind of a brown orange, and it is called Allspice from Knit Picks. Then I've got my llamas here, and this row was a little bit of a pain in the butt. It was 3 colors at once. I'm not really good at 3 color work, and I changed my dominance on like which color I was holding in which finger, and it changed, like especially with these little, I don't know what you call them. I call them like a fleur-de-lis, but I'm not sure if that's what it's called. These little like diamond shapes. You can see that they're very different, especially between these two. So I'm curious to see what that will look like blocked out. Then I've got these cute hats with a little pom-pom. I've got some, there's like gray sheep, and it's made of the same gray that is in my leaf. And then I have these fall leaves, and it looks really nice on camera, but in person it's really hard to see the contrast between the red and the orange. And this line of the red down here at the bottom of my trees is where the foliage has fallen. And then I have my sweaters. Oh, I should say, That red is stash yarn, and I have no idea colorway or dyer. And the black is just regular black from Knit Picks. And then I have my sweaters. I couldn't decide which sweater motif I wanted to use, so I used the basic sweater motif and the one that's kind of more like a cardigan. And when you're making the motifs, you have your cowl split into sections, and so each section is a repeat of that pattern. And so what I did is one section I did the regular sweater and the other section I did the cardigan sweater, and I just kept alternating, and I love the way it looks. I especially love down here on this regular sweater. It looks kind of like heart shapes where the blue knit stitches are. And then I did my skein of yarn. I did my socks. Skein of yarn and hats. The yellow is stash yarn, no idea colorway, no idea dyer. And then I had my socks, and this was supposed to be 3-color color work, and I decided that wasn't worth my effort, and it would look just as great with 2 colors. So I've got the black and the heather blue from Knit Picks. And then I finished it off with what was my favorite motif at the beginning. I was really excited about making these fat sheep. And so I wanted to kind of end with that. Even though I can position this anywhere on my neck, I wanted it to be the finishing touch when I'm making it. So it's just regular white from Knit Picks, black from Knit Picks, and the allspice. And yeah, they're really cute. It will look a lot, this like face ear shape thing will look a lot better after it's blocked. But my favorite part of this entire project was the sweaters. I am in love with how they turned out. And they are also made with the same pink that I used for my apples down here from Faber-Stash Dye Works Unknown colorway. So if I wrap this around my neck, let's see if I can do this one on camera. It looks really, really snug, and I don't want it to be super tight. Like I want to be able to throw it over my head. So I'm gonna see what it looks like when I block it, because I know that things grow when you block them, and when I'm pulling, it definitely has a lot of give. So I'm gonna block it and then see like then see how much give it gives me, because I want it to be warm, right? So yeah, I get that it should be snug, but I also want like some room, because I usually wear my hair in a hair clip most of the time, and I want to be able to slide this over my head and not get stuck on the hair clip. So stay tuned, that will be blocked the next time I chat with you. Now for whips. So this is a long-standing whip. This is my Campside Cardi by Alicia Plummer. It's in this really cool bag that I got from Rhinebeck 2 years ago by Tika Bags. And so the last time you saw this, I had started the sleeve, but I ran out of mohair. So I went online and I had no idea. I'm sorry about my cat. My dog is in here and she won't listen to go out, and my cat is not impressed because this is my cat's space. Yeah, my dog just wants to be friends, and my cat just like doesn't care about her one way or another. Okay, back to whips. So I ran out of mohair, and I never kept the band of the mohair that I had. So I didn't know the color. I didn't know the colorway, and I didn't know the maker. So I've been searching online and trying to find the best match that I can find, and I found one. It is this, and it does look a little bit different. In the picture, it looked almost identical, and I knew it was going to be a risk to get it. This is Drops Kids Silk Unicolor, and it is color 39. And when I held it up to the last mohair strand that I had, it matched. Like if I held the strand next to here, it would blend. However, it is a little bit of a change. So you can see it on camera quite well, but in person it's not as easy. So you can see right here, it kind of changes. So it's almost thicker, and I think that's what the change is. So, like, the colorway when you put them together looked identical, but it is a lot fuzzier, and I think it's a little thicker, so you can kind of see it's got more of a halo here. But I'm rolling with it. I want to wear this sweater so bad, and it doesn't look, I've got this ring light behind me, so everything is like in finer detail, so you can really see it right now, but in person you can't see it as much. So we're just gonna roll with it. Yeah, it's really bright on camera. Oh well, we're rolling with it. The other sleeve will match very well. This Chili Bowl marker is where I was the last time we chatted. And then, oops. Oh, I didn't use my marker. Oh, it's the same marker. So this is when we last chatted, and then I didn't use it until I was doing the Knit for Food Knit-a-thon, which is a 12-hour marathon that helps raise money for 4 different organizations that help with food insecurity in different areas and in different means. So during that, I worked on a lot of projects, and this was one of them. So I knit from the bowl of chili to the end of the sleeve. It fits perfectly. And I have not yet picked up the other sleeve. So I'll show you if I can. Move my chair back. And my sleeve, which definitely looks a lot different in the light. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. I'm totally fine with it looking different down there. It definitely doesn't look that noticeable in person, and I don't think anybody's going to critique me really, except maybe people in the knitting community, and I mean, that's okay. I also have my plain vanilla crochet washcloth, nothing special, just a regular crochet stitch, and I am using a 4mm hook, and I'm just using that at work when there's some downtime. I haven't really worked on it in a little while. And then I'm also working on a crochet blanket, the Cozy Stripe blanket by Adyln, and I don't think I've worked on it at all since the last time we chatted. I also jumped on the bandwagon, and I'm knitting an emotional support chicken. It doesn't look like a chicken today. So it's got the really cool construction where you're making one piece of a tail, another piece of a tail, put them together, and then the way that you knit the chicken, it's like a flat chicken. Ooh! My little needle pointer went away. It's like a flat chicken that you then turn into a 3D chicken. It's pretty cool. So I have gotten my tail feathers done. I've seamed them together, and I've started on the body. I think I'm about to do the breast. I do have it on a small needle, so it's hard to tell like how big it really is, but it's a lot of fun. This is some scrap yarn again. It's got some sort of glitter base, and I have no idea the name or the colorway, or the name of the colorway or the dyer. I'm doing a lot of stash diving lately. And then this blue is scraps that I've had for a really long time from the very first sweater I made, which was the Wool and Honey sweater by Andrew Mowry. I used this yarn from Dragonhoard yarn, and it was Serial Mermaid. And so that is what I'm using as the contrast color. And it's super fun. This is what the ball looks like for the main body. And this is what Serial Mermaid looks like. Look at all those fun colors. And I've got this in a bag from Rhinebeck from last year. It It's a nice little hobo bag with monarchs, which are my favorite animal. And I got it at the booth that was selling the wee ones, which is a bunch of polymer clay stitch markers and also earrings. And I guess her mom makes these bags. So she had her mom's bags in her little booth at Rhinebeck, but the bag has no tag. So I don't know if her mom has a shop or anything. The last whip I'm gonna show you is in this bag. This is a bag that I bought online from, I think it's Mid Mitten Designs. Yep, Mid Mitten Designs. It's another peekaboo bag. This is my sock pattern. So I've released my pattern to test knitters, and I've already knit up one pair on a colorway that was specially, colorway that was specially designed for a Christmas Eve cast on party from Chromatic Yarns, or the Corner of Craft. And I wanted to make another pair in more of like a tonal, which this is more variegated, but I wanted it in a different type of color. So the color that I had was mostly white with like what I call wedding mint colors, like some real pastel colors, and I wanted something that had a little more oomph for knitting it the second time. So here is the sock so far. You can see the cable work on it. Looks a lot more noticeable in person. It's not showing up very well. There we go. Cable work there. This is in a color from the Yarnable subscription box, and it is their December colorway, the last December, and it is Frosty Fox. It's super fun. Acquisitions, I have no crafty related acquisitions. I do have a book related acquisition that I will talk about in a few minutes when I get to books. I did order, I don't have any acquisitions to show you, I should say, but I did order some polymer clay stitch markers from Sukra Miniatures, and they're kind of Easter themed, so I'm pretty excited about getting those in. They have not shipped yet, but I will certainly show them to you when I get them. Family life, nothing big happening, which is good. Easter's coming up. We're gonna have a nice family dinner. My daughter and her girlfriend are coming from out of town, and they're gonna have dinner with us. And then I think we're gonna have a big dinner with my in-laws, which we traditionally do. So it'll be a busy day, but hopefully a relaxing morning. So it'll be a busy day, and I'm really excited to spend some time with family. We usually do a kickball game with my in-laws. We had a big snowstorm last weekend. We got 15 inches here. Some places in Vermont got up to like 22, I think they were saying. So it was a bit messy. And now it's been warm-ish, it's been in the 40s, and it's been raining, so a lot of it is melting. So I'm not sure whether or not we'll do it. The field is typically where we do it, in the upper field, but it's quite soggy. So if my mother-in-law's yard isn't too bad, we'll probably do kickball then. I don't know, I think it would be the first year that we don't play kickball if there's no good place to play it. But I'm hoping we can. That's the tradition that we've done. I can't even remember when it started, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, that's it for family life. Farm life, all my sheep have sold. The last 4 will go to their forever home this weekend. I'm sorry, I can't make her happy. The last 4 will go to their forever home this weekend, and there'll be no sheep here, which is sad, but also the right choice for my sheep. I don't have as much time. There's some pasture issues, so they'll go to somewhere that's better. Also, we studded out Goliath, our ram, to another farm, and all of their ewes have had babies. And so in total, Goliath, that's my ram's name, in total, Goliath has had 7 babies. It's very, very exciting, and they're all cute. So darn cute. If I have any shareable photos, I will put some in. that's it for farm life. And books I'm reading. We'll start with the disappointing one first. This is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabriel Zevin, and it is about two friends who make a video game together. It was our book club for March for the 11 Stitches membership. No. And I just couldn't get into it. I rarely don't finish a book, and I just gave up on it. I only read to like here, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So, taking my bookmark out. Yeah, I don't know. To each their own, I guess, but I couldn't read it. I didn't go to book club. I'm reading the second book in the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer Armentrout. This is A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. I am almost done with it. I literally just need like 30 minutes to sit down and actually have time to read, and I'll finish it. I haven't been reading it at night because I've been behind on The Bachelor, and so that's what I've been doing after work. But maybe I'll finish this tomorrow. I have tomorrow off, and I'm hoping to do a pajama day. I'll do my workout class, do some barn chores, and then hopefully do absolutely nothing for the rest of the day. I am really looking forward to it. Anyways, very good book. I'm liking it a little bit more than the first book, and I'm liking some of the more secrets and kind of fantasy pieces that are developing. I'm really enjoying that. I'm also listening to an audiobook, a book called Unbirthday, which they advertise as a twisted tale of Alice in Wonderland. I haven't gotten very far into it. I like the way the narrator reads it, and I think the story has just started to pick up. So I'll know more in like a few more car rides whether I'm really into it or not. I am intrigued enough to keep going, and I don't know the author, so I will put the author's name down below when I edit this video. My book-related acquisition is a birthday gift that my parents mailed to me early, and it is a blind date with a book. Whoops, I have it upside down. So blind date with a book is a book that's wrapped up, and they can give you a clue. Sometimes they'll tell you the genre, sometimes a quote, and you have no idea what book you are buying. So my parents bought me one. And it says, pick this one from the first sentence. Numbers floated around my head like stars. And then it says, the importance of library, books, and the human connection, a fresh new take, irresistible, compelling read, and fascinating. And then it's got these cute like heart stickers and a dog with hearts. And then of course it like tells you, tell us about your date. And it's a Barnes & Noble find. And so they mailed it to me. I've had it maybe a week in my possession, and they told me I could open it anytime I want. But I am a bit of a weirdo, and I absolutely love my birthday. I treat it like it should be a holiday. And so I'm definitely waiting for my birthday. And of course, I'll let you guys know like what the book is and have I started it and do I like it. Patterns I'm drooling over, I haven't talked a lot about, but I'll put some pictures in. I know I'm looking at the V-neck tee and a tank top, and then I'm also wanting to crochet a pot holder. Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady crocheted a pot holder, and it looked really easy and it looks pretty thick, and so I think that would be really cool to make, and maybe make a few and have some at the house and maybe send my sister some, maybe even my mom. So those are the three that are on my patterns I'm drooling over section. I haven't done that in a while. And my Spice of Mental Health. This is a podcast that I put together on a whim and didn't make any notes or plan ahead. So off the seat of my pants, the mental health is to open your windows a little bit. I don't know what your weather is like, but in general, for most people, it is turning into spring, and I don't know about you, but I always feel a lot better when I crack the windows open and get that actual fresh air. So very simple, but do something to get some fresh air. Crack your window in your house, let the air flow through. If that's not feasible, go outside for a few minutes or take a walk. And that's all I have for you. So happy making, and I'll see you again soon.